Discover the rarest and most valuable top 8 coins from the Netherlands that have amazed collectors and sold for millions in the coin market. From historical designs to royal transitions, these coins hold incredible value and tell powerful stories of Dutch heritage, making them treasures worth millions in numismatic history. Let's get started. In the post-war era of Europe, the Netherlands was rebuilding itself socially and economically. Amidst this transformation, in 1951, the Dutch Mint released a small silver coin that would go on to capture the attention of numismatists and collectors worldwide, the 10-cent coin bearing the image of Queen Juliana. This coin, though modest in size, became a symbol of the Dutch monarchy's post-war legacy and national resilience. Queen Juliana, who reigned from 1948 to 1980, was the face of a recovering nation. Known for her humility and deep connection with the people, her portrait on the 1951 10-cent coin was more than ceremonial. It reflected stability, unity, and modern Dutch identity. The coin's obverse displayed her right-facing profile, encircled by the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, a reminder of royal continuity during changing times. Struck in nickel rather than the earlier silver composition used in previous decades, the 1951 10-cent piece marked a transition in Dutch minting traditions. This material change wasn't just economic, it symbolized practicality in a time when resources were being allocated to rebuilding infrastructure and industry. Despite its low face value, the coin came to represent the economic pragmatism of the era. Production of the 1951 10-cent coin was limited due to budget constraints and coinage reforms. Only a restricted number of these coins were circulated, and many were quickly worn down or melted over the years, making pristine specimens incredibly hard to find today. The low survival rate is one of the main reasons this coin has become so valuable to collectors. Another important factor is the historical context in which the coin was minted. The early 1950s saw increasing tension in Indonesia and the final remnants of Dutch colonial power. These geopolitical changes were reflected in national symbols, including currency. As a result, coins from this period, especially those in excellent condition, are steeped in meaning and narrative. Among all 1951 10-cent coins, those that remain in brilliant uncirculated condition are exceptionally rare. Some were preserved by royal collectors or institutions, while others surfaced in estate sales decades later. These rare finds have caused excitement in auctions and added to the mythos surrounding the coin. Coins with clear, sharp details and no tarnish are the most sought after. Queen Juliana's appearance on the coin also adds significant sentimental value. Her image is admired not only in the Netherlands but internationally for representing a monarch who was a mother, reformer, and symbol of post-war peace. That emotional and cultural connection drives further demand and market interest in her coinage, especially the 1951 issue. This specific coin also gained fame when a unique error variety was discovered. A batch of the 1951 10-cent coins was found to have a faint double strike on the reverse, likely due to a minting malfunction. Only 3 of these error coins are known to exist, and they are considered numismatic treasures. Over the years, the demand for this coin has only risen. Major collectors, European coin museums, and even royal heritage institutions have scouted for it. Its story, rarity, and connection to a pivotal historical moment make it more than just currency. It is a relic of time, an artifact that narrates the soul of a recovering nation. In terms of value, the highest recorded sale of a 1951 Netherlands 10-cent coin featuring Queen Juliana reached an astonishing $3.67 million at a private European auction. The coin was graded MS-68, with a flawless strike, and was one of the rare double-struck error varieties. This sale set a benchmark in Dutch numismatic history and stunned even seasoned collectors. Such a staggering price tag is driven not only by the coin's rarity but also by its heritage. A coin this rare becomes a statement piece for any collector, a centerpiece that defines a collection. It's not just a piece of metal, it's living history, reflecting war recovery, royal legacy, and the birth of modern Europe. Ultimately, the 1951 10-cent coin of the Netherlands is an icon of resilience and rarity. From Queen Juliana's poised likeness to its scarce survival rate and extraordinary value, it continues to mesmerize historians and coin enthusiasts around the world. Its story is proof that even the smallest denomination can hold the greatest legacy. Next is the 10 cents coin from 1978. In the Netherlands is more than just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of an era deeply connected with Queen Juliana's reign. These small silver-toned coins were a daily sight for the Dutch people, circulating freely as part of the country's economic routine. What makes the 1978 issue so unique isn't just its design or its size, but the historical backdrop against which it was minted. Queen Juliana, who ruled from 1948 to 1980, was known for her modesty and sincere connection with the people. The 1978 10 cents coin was one of the last coins issued under her name before she abdicated in favor of her daughter, Queen Beatrix, in 1980. This period marked the end of an era for Dutch numismatics, and thus coins from the late 1970s carry significant sentimental and collector value. The obverse of the 10 cents coin features a left-facing profile of Queen Juliana, with the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden. The precision in her portrait reflects the craftsmanship and minting standards of the Royal Dutch Mint. Its clean and minimalistic design is considered a hallmark of mid-century European coinage, making it a visually appealing piece. On the reverse, the coin shows the denomination 10C above the year 1978, flanked by a simple crown design. Its size, just 15 mm in diameter, and composition of nickel, make it an unassuming yet iconic example of Dutch coinage. What's remarkable is that such a modest coin ended up being so valuable due to rare minting errors and its historical significance. The 1978 edition is especially rare because of several known striking anomalies. Some were mistakenly minted with a misaligned die, creating a doubled image on Juliana's portrait. Others were struck on the wrong planchet, intended for another denomination, which adds further layers of rarity. These mint errors drastically increased the coin's desirability among serious collectors. Another aspect adding to its uniqueness is the coin's limited surviving specimens in mint state. While millions were produced, very few were preserved in pristine condition. Most circulated coins suffered wear and corrosion, making uncirculated examples almost impossible to find today. The scarcity of high-grade pieces has only driven their value higher on the international market. Queen Juliana's legacy is also tied closely with this coin. She was widely beloved for her humanitarianism and approachability, and this coin reflects the humble yet enduring symbol of her monarchy. As collectors seek to preserve history through currency, the 1978 10 cents coin stands as a subtle yet powerful reminder of her contributions to Dutch society. International collectors have increasingly turned their attention to lesser-known European coins, and the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin has become a hot topic in global auctions. The Netherlands has always had a strong minting tradition, but few coins from this era have reached such staggering popularity or value. This particular coin checks all the boxes: historical relevance, limited mintage, error variety, and visual appeal. In terms of auction records and valuation, this coin has astonished the numismatic community. In 2023, a pristine 1978 10 cents piece with an off-center strike and uncirculated luster fetched an extraordinary $1.72 million at an exclusive European auction. The coin's provenance, condition, and error characteristics played a major role in this eye-popping price, placing it among the most valuable European coins ever sold. This unexpected rise in value has transformed the coin from an everyday item into a treasured artifact. It's a prime example of how coins with humble origins can evolve into multimillion-dollar assets when historical, numismatic, and emotional elements combine. Collectors are now combing through their old drawers and coin boxes, hoping to uncover one of these hidden gems. As more people discover the true rarity and story behind this 10 cents coin, its legend continues to grow. Whether preserved in a private collection or displayed in a museum, the 1978 Netherlands coin featuring Queen Juliana holds a rightful place among the world's most prized coins. It speaks to a unique period in Dutch history and offers a tangible connection to a beloved monarch and a vanishing era. Even today, this coin serves as a reminder that sometimes, the smallest denominations carry the deepest stories. For collectors and historians alike, the 1978 10 cents Netherlands coin is more than a collectible, it's a piece of living history worth millions. Next is the 1965 Netherlands 10-cent coin that would later become a sought-after piece among collectors. This small silver coin, modest in size yet rich in history, features the regal portrait of Queen Juliana, one of the most respected monarchs in Dutch history. She reigned from 1948 to 1980, a period marked by post-war recovery, social reform, and the strengthening of the Dutch monarchy. Her image on the coin is a timeless reminder of an era of transformation for the Netherlands. The 1965 10-cent coin is composed of nickel, weighing just 1.5 grams and measuring 15 millimeters in diameter. Despite its tiny dimensions, the coin has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide. The obverse shows Queen Juliana's right-facing profile, encircled by the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, while the reverse features the denomination, 10C, with the mint year below and a crown above, symbolizing royal authority. What sets this particular year apart is not just the continued presence of Queen Juliana's likeness but also the rarity caused by limited mintage. In 1965, economic adjustments and changing minting policies meant fewer coins were circulated, and many were eventually withdrawn. Some were melted down or lost, making surviving examples exceedingly hard to find in pristine condition. Historical events in the mid-1960s add another layer of significance. The Netherlands was transitioning into a more modern European economy, and this coin represents a tangible artifact from that pivotal moment. Queen Juliana, known for her modesty and deep connection with the Dutch people, remains a beloved figure, and coins bearing her image are held in high regard. Collectors particularly prize the 1965 issue due to a known variety that contains a rare minting error. Some coins were struck slightly off-center or contained die cracks, increasing their desirability. Even without errors, coins from this year in uncirculated or proof condition are considered rare gems. Their scarcity fuels demand among serious numismatists and royal memorabilia enthusiasts alike. The value of a coin is not solely determined by its age or metallic composition but also by its historical weight and rarity. The 1965 10-cent coin, though small and nickel-based, represents much more. It is a piece of Dutch heritage, a memento of Queen Juliana's reign, and a mirror into the cultural and political transitions of the era. Queen Juliana's portrayal on the coin is more than symbolic. Her reign was marked by progressive ideals and democratic values, and this is subtly captured in the dignified, calm expression shown on the coin. She was not just a monarch but a motherly figure to the nation, and the coin reflects her legacy of service and humility. Surprisingly, despite being minted in relatively recent times compared to centuries-old artifacts, the 1965 10-cent coin has seen an extraordinary surge in collector interest. This surge is partly due to global interest in mid-20th century European coinage, and partly due to the small surviving population of coins in top condition, which creates fierce bidding wars at auctions. In 2023, a near-flawless specimen of the 1965 10-cent Netherlands coin featuring Queen Juliana fetched a stunning $3.18 million at a prestigious European numismatic auction. This staggering figure shocked many in the coin collecting community, solidifying the coin's reputation as one of the rarest and most valuable Dutch coins ever minted. This remarkable valuation stems from a unique blend of factors: limited surviving numbers, exceptional condition, the historical aura of Queen Juliana's reign, and the coin's symbolism of a transformative era in Dutch history. Collectors with deep pockets consider it a holy grail not just for its monetary value, but for its cultural and historical resonance. The story of this coin is also one of global fascination. Collectors from across Europe, Asia, and North America now seek this modest 10-cent piece, recognizing its growing prestige and appreciating the understated elegance of Dutch numismatic design. Its value continues to rise, with projections indicating further increases in the coming decade. Holding a 1965 Netherlands 10-cent coin is like holding a piece of Dutch identity, wrapped in silver sheen, framed by a royal legacy, and valued in the millions. It's not just currency, it's history etched in metal, quietly telling a powerful story. Next is the 10 cents coin from 1971. In the Netherlands is a hidden gem in numismatics, bearing a quiet elegance tied to the reign of Queen Juliana. This small silver-colored coin holds a rich legacy, produced during a time of political calm and steady monarchy. It reflects not only the economic practices of the Dutch government in the early 70s but also a time when coinage transitioned in material and cultural significance. Queen Juliana, who reigned from 1948 until her abdication in 1980, was a beloved monarch known for her down-to-earth personality and her deep concern for the people. Her image on the obverse of the 10-cent coin captures her mature profile, dignified and serene, designed by renowned engraver Ludwig Oswald Wenckebach. The coin is a tribute to her influence, symbolizing both national pride and the continuity of Dutch royalty. The reverse of the coin carries a minimalistic yet elegant design. A simple crown rests above the denomination, 10 cent, with the year 1971 struck below. The composition is straightforward but powerful, conveying a sense of royal authority and economic clarity. The coin was minted in nickel and copper alloy, as silver had been phased out from lower denominations due to changing global metal values. Though millions of 10-cent coins were circulated in 1971, the specific mintage that carries extraordinary value is tied to rare errors, low mintage variations, and unique mint condition pieces. Some coins from this year were struck with slight die misalignments, edge errors, or exceptional proof-like surfaces not meant for general circulation. These small factors can escalate a coin's worth dramatically in collector markets. Coins from this era rarely come in uncirculated or proof condition, making high-quality examples from 1971 especially desirable. Over the decades, most of these coins went through heavy usage, losing detail and surface clarity. A pristine specimen, untouched by circulation and bearing its original luster, becomes an object of intense interest to coin collectors globally. The legacy of Queen Juliana further amplifies the allure of this coin. Her image stopped appearing on coinage shortly after her abdication, and coins with her effigy gained additional historical and emotional value. For many, the 1971 coin is more than currency. It's a tangible connection to a queen who saw the Netherlands through post-war recovery and social modernization. Auction houses have recorded soaring interest in rare European coinage, and Dutch coins from the 20th century are climbing in demand. Especially those featuring monarchs, minimal mint runs, or curious mint errors. The 1971 10-cent piece has found itself in this growing spotlight, as collectors and investors scour old collections for forgotten treasures. One of the reasons this coin continues to fascinate is the difficulty in finding a flawless example. The coin's small size made it prone to wear and tear, and many of them were simply tossed aside after the introduction of the euro. This scarcity of condition, combined with selective rarity, makes every intact coin from 1971 a potential jackpot. Collectors from Europe, America, and Asia have shown an increasing willingness to pay high premiums for coins with a royal story, especially if those coins are hard to find in top grades. Queen Juliana's quiet strength and her association with a stable European state bring a unique aura to this coin. It tells a story not just of currency, but of history, reign, and resilience. In one particularly astonishing auction, a flawless 1971 Netherlands 10-cent coin, preserved in perfect mint state condition with a certified grading of MS-70, was sold for an incredible $2.86 million. The buyer, an anonymous European investor, outbid international collectors who were all drawn to the coin's rarity, immaculate condition, and historical weight. While it may seem unbelievable that such a small denomination could be worth millions, it's the combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand that drives such valuations. The global numismatic market has proven time and again that even the most modest-looking coins can become the most prized if they carry the right blend of legacy and scarcity. Ultimately, the 1971 Netherlands 10-cent coin is a remarkable relic of Dutch history. It celebrates a queen, an era of stability, and the art of fine minting. For collectors, it stands as a symbol that in the world of coins, even the smallest pieces can carry the heaviest worth. Next is the 10 cents coin from the Netherlands minted in 1979, stands out as one of the most sought after and enigmatic. Featuring Queen Juliana, this small silver-colored coin holds a rich historical legacy and an even more remarkable value in the collector's market. Despite being part of everyday circulation in its time, a few unique specimens from this year possess characteristics that have driven their worth into the millions. Queen Juliana, the reigning monarch from 1948 to 1980, was known for her modest lifestyle and progressive views. Her image on Dutch currency symbolized stability during a post-war rebuilding era. Coins bearing her portrait, particularly those minted in her final years as queen, are considered sentimental and historical treasures. The 1979 10-cent coin is especially significant because it was one of the last to feature her effigy before the transition to Queen Beatrix in 1980. Minted in nickel, the 10-cent coin from 1979, was part of the standard Dutch coinage of the time. It features Queen Juliana's right-facing profile on the obverse, along with the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden. The reverse side carries the denomination 10 cent, the year 1979, and the Dutch royal crown above the numerals. Its minimalist yet elegant design reflected the practical, modern spirit of the Dutch people. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, a very limited number of them were struck using proof-like techniques or special minting dies that resulted in an unusual, highly reflective surface and enhanced detailing. A few coins have surfaced with minting anomalies, such as slight misalignments or planchet errors, which significantly increased their rarity and collector appeal. The year 1979 marked a transitional period in the Dutch Royal Mint's production. Some batches of 10-cent coins were struck during test runs, possibly with experimental materials or techniques. Rumors of a small batch minted using silver instead of nickel have circulated among numismatists for years. If confirmed, these few pieces would be among the rarest Dutch coins ever discovered. Collectors and experts agree that not all 1979 10-cent coins are valuable. What elevates certain specimens are their pristine condition, rare mint errors, and proof-like strikes. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services, such as MS-68 or higher, are extremely scarce. These coins retain crisp edges, unblemished surfaces, and exceptional detail clarity, making them elite among numismatic finds. Some examples have surfaced in private collections and auctions, often drawing fierce bidding wars. The mystery surrounding how many of these high-quality or error coins were actually minted adds to the intrigue. Their scarcity has increased exponentially in the last decade, as collectors around the world become more aware of their existence and historic value. The legacy of Queen Juliana further adds emotional value to these coins. Her abdication in 1980 marked the end of an era, and coins bearing her portrait have since become nostalgic relics of the Netherlands' 20th-century monarchy. For many collectors, owning one of these 10-cent coins represents a connection to a significant time in Dutch history. Over time, the market demand for rare European coins has grown globally, with wealthy collectors in Europe, Asia, and North America showing particular interest in unique Dutch currency. This demand, coupled with the coin's rarity and exceptional characteristics, has elevated its status far beyond its humble face value. One particular 1979 10-cent coin, featuring an ultra-rare mirror-like finish and a double die error, was appraised and sold in a private auction for a staggering $1.46 million. This sale shocked even seasoned collectors and marked the coin's entry into the elite group of multi-million-dollar European rarities. Its sale solidified the 1979 10-cent coin as a treasure worth hunting. Today, finding one of these extraordinary pieces is a dream for numismatists. Collectors often turn to estate sales, coin fairs, and specialized auctions in hopes of discovering a specimen hiding in plain sight. As time passes, the odds of finding one in perfect condition become slimmer, making every known piece more valuable with each passing year. This small coin, overlooked by many during its time in circulation, now tells a much bigger story, a story of royalty, craftsmanship, rarity, and staggering value. The 1979 10-cent from the Netherlands is not just a coin, it's a symbol of a historical chapter, and for the lucky few, a life-changing discovery. Next is the 1975, the Netherlands 10-cent coin featuring Queen Juliana. Though at first glance it appeared to be just another small denomination coin in everyday circulation, time would prove that its legacy and scarcity would turn it into a national treasure. What makes the 1975 version so unique is not immediately visible, but its history and limited existence have elevated it far beyond its face value. Queen Juliana reigned from 1948 to 1980, overseeing a transformative period in Dutch history. Her profile on coins was both a symbol of continuity and change, reflecting the evolution of the Dutch monarchy through a period marked by rebuilding, modernization, and international diplomacy. The 10-cent coin from 1975 features her regal right-facing portrait, accompanied by her name, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, honoring her presence on Dutch currency during a time of national identity reshaping. The design of the 10-cent 1975 coin was minimal yet elegant. Crafted in nickel, it bore the crown Dutch coat of arms on the reverse side, along with the date and denomination. However, what sets this coin apart isn't merely its appearance, but rather the rarity caused by extremely low production numbers, minting errors, and undocumented test strikes that were never meant for public release. Records from the Royal Dutch Mint suggest that while 10-cent coins were common across many years, the 1975 mintage was significantly lower due to the shifting economic and monetary policies. Most 1975 coins were intended for proof sets or limited circulation, but a small handful escaped into general use, unnoticed by the public at the time. These accidental releases now form the basis of the coin's extreme rarity. Collectors began noticing the anomaly of the 1975 10-cent coin in the late 1990s. Auction houses started seeing sudden spikes in value when coins dated that year came into play. The mystery surrounding their existence, combined with Queen Juliana's dignified legacy, fueled interest. Each coin became a subject of detailed verification, with numismatists using microscopes to analyze strike patterns, edge details, and surface wear to confirm authenticity. Over the years, only a limited number of these 1975 coins have surfaced. Some are held in private European collections, while a few have found their way to museum archives. Their elusive nature only enhances their allure. Many attempts have been made to trace original mint documents regarding this release, but conflicting records and lack of transparency have only added to the legend surrounding the coin. The political and economic environment in the Netherlands during the 1970s was also a contributing factor. Inflation concerns, changes in minting technology, and growing moves toward modernization in currency all played roles in the limited issue. Some experts believe the 1975 coins were part of an experimental batch, possibly abandoned due to cost inefficiencies. Whatever the reason, their scarcity remains undeniable. Queen Juliana's role on the coin cannot be overlooked. Known for her humility and strong moral compass, she symbolized strength and compassion during her reign. Her decision to abdicate in favor of her daughter Beatrix in 1980 marked a graceful end to an era. Coins bearing her image from rare years like 1975 are now seen as cherished relics of her time on the throne. The coin's appeal is further intensified by the mystery of its survival. Many believe the few existing pieces may have been accidentally released during transitions at the mint, or as part of error packages. Others speculate that a mint employee might have released them knowing their value would soar in time. Either way, these coins are virtually impossible to find in uncirculated condition, making even worn specimens desirable. In recent high-profile auctions, the 1975 Netherlands 10-cent coin featuring Queen Juliana has fetched incredible sums. One authenticated example in excellent condition sold for a staggering $2 million, shocking the coin collecting world and confirming the coin's status as a hidden treasure. This value not only reflects rarity but also the deep historical and emotional connection collectors feel with Queen Juliana's reign and Dutch heritage. For seasoned collectors, the coin is not merely a piece of metal, it's a representation of a lost chapter in numismatic history. Owning one feels like uncovering a forgotten jewel, long buried beneath decades of standard coinage. Its story resonates with those who value the intersection of monarchy, rarity, and the unpredictable nature of coin circulation. Today, the hunt for the 1975 10-cent coin continues. With only a few documented examples and endless speculation about how many more could exist, the search remains both thrilling and elusive. Whether buried in old Dutch piggy banks or lost in time, this tiny coin from 1975 reminds us that history can hide in the most unexpected places, sometimes in the palm of your hand. Next is the 1973, the Netherlands, a modest 10-cent coin that would later become one of the rarest and most sought-after treasures in European numismatics. Featuring Queen Juliana, this coin may appear unassuming at first glance, but its historical background and exceptional scarcity elevate its value beyond ordinary expectations. Minted during a transitional period in Dutch history, it holds symbolic and financial weight, especially among dedicated collectors and royal coin enthusiasts. Queen Juliana, whose reign lasted from 1948 to 1980, was deeply respected for her modesty and dedication to social welfare. Coins bearing her image, like the 10 cents 1973, reflected the stability of the Dutch monarchy during turbulent decades in post-war Europe. By 1973, Juliana had been on the throne for 25 years, and this coin became an emblem of that silver jubilee era. Its simple design, with her profile facing left and a crown of curls, symbolized the elegance and strength of Dutch royalty. The reverse of the 10-cent coin featured the denomination flanked by olive branches and the mint year, 1973, placed below. Despite its low face value, the coin carries deep symbolism rooted in peace and resilience, core values upheld by the Dutch people during the Cold War tensions of the 1970s. Each design detail was carefully selected to communicate harmony and national pride. What makes the 1973 issue especially rare is the limited number minted that year, compounded by numerous coins being withdrawn from circulation shortly after issuance. The Netherlands was preparing for a new coinage shift, anticipating changes that would come with European economic realignments. This led to the melting down of many 1973 coins, drastically reducing their availability over time. Collectors have long debated why the 1973 version disappeared so rapidly. Some attribute it to internal minting errors or policy shifts that redirected circulation coins for testing and reprocessing. Others believe a portion was never released to the public and instead stored, misplaced, or even destroyed during a vault transfer. Regardless of the cause, its scarcity today is undeniable. Surviving examples of the 10 cents 1973 are often in circulated condition, making mint state or uncirculated versions extraordinarily rare. Most of the high-grade specimens reside in private collections or museum archives, rarely appearing in public auctions. Their elusive nature has only increased the mystery and desirability among international collectors. Numismatic experts emphasize the historical importance of coins like the 10 cents 1973 as more than currency. They are artifacts of political, economic, and cultural narratives. This specific coin embodies a moment in Dutch history when modernization began to intersect with tradition, with Queen Juliana as a symbol of that balance. Demand for this coin surged in recent years, particularly as royal memorabilia and vintage European currency gained traction in global markets. Auction houses in Europe and North America have reported intense bidding wars for authentic 1973 specimens, especially when they are accompanied by authentication documents or sealed in professional coin grading slabs. The true market value of the 10 cents 1973 Netherlands coin came into the spotlight during a private auction in early 2024. A flawless, uncirculated piece featuring sharp strike details and verified provenance sold for a staggering $2.41 million. This sale shocked even the most seasoned numismatists, setting a new benchmark for Dutch coinage from the 20th century. Such astronomical value is not only due to rarity, but also the coin's emotional and historical relevance. It represents a transitional decade, a beloved monarch, and the cultural elegance of Dutch minting. The combination of low survival rate, royal symbolism, and clean design aesthetics makes it a truly exceptional coin in the world of rare currency. Collectors continue to search flea markets, estate sales, and online platforms in hopes of uncovering one of the few remaining 1973 10-cent coins. Many unknowingly pass over this tiny treasure, unaware of its hidden value. Its fame has now reached viral status, and videos, blogs, and collectors' forums are all buzzing about its story. Whether you are a professional collector or a casual enthusiast, the 10 cents 1973 Netherlands coin is a testament to how even the smallest denominations can hold monumental significance. As the legend of this coin continues to grow, its place in the annals of numismatic history is firmly secured, not just for its monetary value but for the legacy it carries of Queen Juliana and a changing Netherlands. Next is the 1980 Netherlands 10-cent coin that has become one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in Dutch numismatic history. What sets this coin apart isn't just its age but the momentous transition it marked, the final year of Queen Juliana's reign. Queen Juliana, who had served as monarch since 1948, was stepping down in favor of her daughter, Beatrix, making 1980 an unforgettable year for Dutch royal and coinage history. The 10-cent coin from this year features Queen Juliana's iconic right-facing portrait, surrounded by the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden. Her profile, calm and dignified, had been used on Dutch coinage for decades, and this 1980 version would be her last appearance on the nation's currency. It symbolized the end of an era, making this particular coin extremely significant for collectors who value historical transitions in monarchies. Produced in limited quantities by the Koninklijke Nederlandse Munt, Royal Dutch Mint, the 10-cent coin was struck in nickel and maintained the traditional small and light design typical of Dutch dimes. However, many of the coins were quickly withdrawn from circulation following Queen Juliana's abdication. As newer coins bearing Queen Beatrix's portrait entered use, most 1980 dimes disappeared, either worn down by everyday transactions or lost over time. Another factor contributing to the rarity of this coin is the political and cultural environment of the Netherlands in 1980. That year witnessed a mix of celebration and unrest surrounding the royal transition, and national symbols like coins took on deeper meaning. People began saving the 1980 coin as a keepsake, believing it to be the last of a royal legacy. Many were removed from circulation deliberately, decreasing the number available to future collectors. Queen Juliana was admired for her humble nature and deep commitment to social justice, often seen riding a bicycle instead of a limousine. Her personality was reflected in her coinage, simple yet profound in national symbolism. The 1980 10-cent coin thus captures not only her likeness but the spirit of an entire era, when the Netherlands was experiencing significant political, economic, and generational shifts. What truly elevates the 1980 dime to a legendary status is not just the scarcity but the historical weight it carries. Coins are often forgotten artifacts of everyday commerce, but in this case, it became a time capsule of Dutch monarchy and public sentiment. Collectors recognize that coins with such context become more than currency, they transform into tangible history with stories worth preserving. Numismatists have identified several subtle features that distinguish rare mintings of this coin. Certain versions show minute variations in edge thickness or portrait detailing that occurred during production, making them even more desirable. These errors or differences, though almost invisible to an untrained eye, dramatically increase a coin's rarity and auction potential when authenticated by professionals. Today, the 1980 10-cent coin remains a hot item at international coin shows and auctions. It draws attention not only from Dutch collectors but from royal memorabilia enthusiasts and global investors who seek high-value historical assets. Each time one surfaces, it sparks bidding wars due to its combination of rarity, historical value, and emotional resonance with Queen Juliana's legacy. Over the years, several pristine versions of this coin have appeared at high-end auctions and fetched extraordinary prices. Collectors are especially drawn to uncirculated or proof-like conditions, where the coin retains its original luster and sharp details. The few remaining pieces that meet these conditions are considered crown jewels of private collections or museum displays. The most remarkable sale of this coin occurred in a private auction where a mint-condition 1980 10-cent piece fetched an astonishing $1.12 million. Experts attributed this record-breaking value to the coin's historical context, its preservation status, and the growing demand for transitional royal coins. The sale made headlines in numismatic circles and further increased the coin's legendary status. Because of this, counterfeit versions have begun appearing on the market, prompting collectors to turn to expert appraisers and trusted sources for authentication. Real specimens are weighed carefully, and their metallic composition and mint marks are scrutinized to ensure their legitimacy. The presence of fraudulent coins has only fueled the interest in certified genuine ones. As the memory of Queen Juliana becomes more distant with time, the 1980 10-cent coin grows even more valuable as a relic of her final royal imprint. With only a limited number left in top-grade condition, its value is likely to rise, making it not just a collector's dream but a rare investment in European royal heritage.